we got to go to Bernie Sanders. And he got decimated by Joe Rogan. I mean, he shut him down because Bernie Sanders wanted to speak on the $270 million that Elon Musk gave Trump. Well, let's talk about what happened.
What it says is you're a billionaire. You have now the constitutional right, because your money is your freedom of expression, right? So you don't like Bernie Sanders, you can put millions or hundreds of millions of dollars into a campaign and express your view about how terrible Bernie Sanders is,
Right.
and you can buy that election, right? That's your
Right.
constitutional right. I think that's probably the worst decision that the Supreme Court has ever made. So what is the result of that decision? The result of that decision, let's take us to where we are today, is that Elon Musk, and I know Elon was on your show, and he's here in Austin, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And we could talk about Elon, but he spent $270 million to elect Trump as president. Okay. I think that's absurd that
Anybody does that.
What's the most someone donated towards the Harris campaign?
They spent a lot of money on Harris as
They
well.
spent $1.5 billion over the course of a couple of months.
You got it. All right, let me talk about it. So
Yeah,
I'm not here
let's
just
talk
to say
about
it's
that.
a Republican. That's my point here.
Right.
Okay.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It isn't your point, Bernie. Stop lying, man. Stop lying like a dog. It is. That wasn't your point. That's if it was your point to point out everybody's corruption, for lack of a better word, by donating so much money, by these billionaires donating, you would have started with the person that got the most donations by a long shot, and that was Kamala Harris. She's the one that got the most donations by a long shot, and in such a short amount of time. It's unbelievable what Kamala did. She raised all this money. Do you think she raised all that money because of the quality of a candidate that she would have been? She would have been one of the greatest presidents. If you really, are we saying that? No, not really. She would have been one of the dumbest ones. Probably below Biden, and that's pretty hard work, by the way. But the point is, if Bernie Sanders would have thought of uh, talking about this with an objective view, he would have started with Kamala because she got donated over $1 billion in such a short amount of time. That means the left wing, the liberals, the Democrats, the rich Democrats, which is a lot of, by the way. Nobody talks about those billionaires, but there's a lot of those. Everybody wants to talk about Elon Musk, Trump, and all of those, but there's a lot of billionaires on the left, and they quickly panicking donated so much money to Kamala Harris, and it still didn't work. Obviously, you can't buy the American vote. You can't buy the American people. Now you can put certain. It actually would have worked probably if Kamala and her team decided to actually speak, give interviews without being edited, and also speak on policy. Maybe it would have worked. We don't know that. But obviously, we know that Kamala wasn't the sharpest tool in the box, so she just talked about what was it, the burden, but what has been, or some BS crap like that. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below.